Chapter 1, Mishnah 4. The Mishnah cites a third dispute between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. The dispute is about someone who shook a wet bundle of vegetables in order to rid it of the water. Some of the water was not completely removed from the bundle, but fell from vegetables that were in the upper part of the bundle into vegetables in the lower part. The question is whether this water is Machshirin, the lower vegetables. If one shook a wet bundle of vegetables to remove the water, and water fell from vegetables in the upper part of the bundle to vegetables in the lower part, Beis Shammai say that water that fell onto the lower vegetables is included in the law of Bechiyutan, i.e. it can cause hechsher. Thus, it is machshir the lower vegetables. By performing an act with the water, namely shaking it off the bundle, he gives the water importance. Therefore, even though he did not want the water, he made it fit to cause hechsher. But Beis Hillel say the water is not included in the law of Bechiyutan, i.e. it cannot cause hechsher. Removing unwatered water from an object makes it important only when the water is completely removed from the object, and not when it is just shifted from one part of the object to another. In this case, therefore, where the water stayed within the bundle of vegetables, moving only from one vegetable to another, it is not considered important and cannot cause hechsher. The preceding dispute concerned water that was moved from some vegetables in a bundle to other vegetables in the bundle. However, if water remained on a single vegetable and moved only from one leaf to another, everyone would agree that the water does not become important and remains unfit to cause hechsher. Based on this law, Beis Hillel challenged Beis Shammai. Beis Hillel said to Beis Shammai, but if one shook water off a single vegetable stalk, should we be concerned that the water may have gone from leaf to leaf? That is, if water remained on the same vegetable and moved merely from one leaf to another, should we not be concerned that the water thus became fit to cause hechsher? Certainly not, even if you, Beis Shammai, agree that the water does not become fit to cause hechsher. In that case, why then do you rule that it doesn't become fit when it goes from one vegetable to another? Beis Shammai answer. Beis Shammai said to them, that case of a single vegetable stalk is different because a stalk is a single item. Thus, although the water is shifted from one leaf to another on the same stalk, it never left the item on which it was located. We therefore view the water as though it did not move at all. Hence, it did not become fit to cause hechsher. By contrast, a bundle consists of many stalks, i.e. vegetables, each of which is an item in its own right. Consequently, when the water goes from one stalk to another, it has certainly moved, which means that it is fit to cause hechsher. Beis Hillel challenged Beis Shammai again. Beis Hillel said to them, if one pulled a sack full of fruit out of a river into which it had accidentally fallen, and he placed the sack on the bank of the river to dry out the fruit, should we be concerned that the water may have dripped down from the fruit at the upper part of the sack to the fruits at the lower part of the sack? That is, if water moved to the fruits in the lower part of the sack, should we be concerned that the water became fit to be machshir on account of this movement? Certainly not. Of course you agree that the water does not become fit to cause hechsher in that case, because it merely moved around within a single item, namely the sack. Now, just as a sack of fruit is a single item, so too a bundle of vegetables should be considered a single item. Why then do you rule that when water goes from one vegetable to another vegetable in the same bundle, it does become fit to cause machshir? Having finished challenging Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel presented a case in which they would agree with Beis Shammai. But if one raised two sacks out of a river into which they had accidentally fallen, and then placed them one on top of the other, the contents of the bottom one are included in the law of Bechiyutan, i.e. they have been prepared for Tumah. Two sacks of fruit are separate items, even according to Beis Hillel. Thus, when water drips from fruits in the top sack into fruits in the bottom sack, the water becomes fit to cause hechsher. It is therefore machshir the fruits it touches in the bottom sack. A different opinion. But Rabbi Yossi says the fruits in the bottom sack are tahor, i.e. not prepared for tumah.